so fun. We love to spell and we love to hunt.
Hey, Keckers here. Hope you guys have been plotting, planning, and theorizing. We're here to talk about more Come Learn with Pibby, but not just that. We're going to be talking about the entire idea of characters in fiction expanding beyond the bounds of their creation.
I discovered whole other worlds that are nothing like mine.
Now, if you like this, and if you like everything we're going to be talking about, just hit that like button and subscribe. I'm loving that you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts about this and many other subjects. Well, let's get started. Now, as I said before, I have a feeling that Come Learn with Pibby is going to be about characters learning to grow beyond the bounds of their creation, learning and possibly interacting with the creators themselves, because this all-encompassing mass, this evil force, this corruption that is spreading through and consuming all things, this seems a lot like something else. This seems like something from a story and a movie that I watched when I was a lot younger.
Nothing was there anymore, not even a dried up lake.
A hole?
A hole would be something. No, it was nothing. And it got bigger and bigger.
And that movie would be the never-ending story. And I'm seeing this corruption as being very similar in ways to the nothing from that. In the glimpses that they've shown so far, we've seen Pibby be surprised by and interact with the closing credits of her own series, as well as interact with and travel to other dimensions, other universes, and see the strange different art stylings, and the whole idea of characters from different universes interacting and how that's going to wear on their psyche is something I find very fascinating. Now, she was created to serve a purpose, to teach friendship, to teach numbers, to teach the ideas of growing up to small children. Now, what does she feel about these things? Is she happy with what she was created to do? And if she finds out about her creation, like how she came into this world and what purpose she's supposed to serve, how's she going to feel about it? How's she going to feel that the perhaps suffering that she's experienced on this crazy journey is something that's being put onto her by somebody else for the amusement of you and I? Would she be glad that she's able to help and give experiences to other people, or would she be upset that she's nothing more than a toy or plaything for characters and creatures beyond her comprehension? Is the final end game, is the final villain of this series the audience itself? Is it the corporations that are pigeonholing and corrupting and changing these creations of artists into something that they're not supposed to be? Is the idea of going beyond what you're supposed to be what they're supposed to be doing? It's all something very interesting. And another show that this reminds me of is a little anime series called Re.creators. Now, in Re.creators, it takes characters from various fictional worlds, manga, anime, video games, light novels, and plugs them into the real world, having them come with the crisis of being fictional characters, interacting with their creators, and learning what they were made for. You have heroes, video game heroes, finding out about all the people who've been playing the games. You have one that really stuck out to me, a Magical Girl anime character who for the first time sees people hurt by her attacks, sees blood, sees suffering, just like Pibby when she first sees blood and feels pain. These are things that these characters were not made to do, not made to feel, and now they've got to deal with this. Now, in Neverending Story, there was a point of view character, Bastion, who was the character reading the story, who was the character that was empathizing with the characters in the story. Now, could we have something like that here? Could we have a viewer that is seeing the journey of Pibby, that is going on this journey of discovery and learning about themselves as they come learn with Pibby? Are we supposed to be the characters that are interacting with them? I would love the idea of perhaps a website or something else where we could interact with, and you know what? Twitter or other social media where we can engage with the story, because that's something that this could do very well. We saw things like them running through the credits, running through commercials. You could have Pibby interact with other Adult Swim commercials and have these strange going-ons, having viewers be able to type in and send messages. Perhaps, now this is incredibly out there and incredibly unlikely to happen because of the logistics around it, but perhaps having Pibby interact with or get these messages in later episodes. Yes, that's nuts. So maybe something on a social media Twitter account would be much better. Now, I know everyone wants a lot of cameos. I know everyone wants your favorite Cartoon Network characters. You want the Jetsons, you want the Flintstones, you want Courage, you want Scooby-Doo, you want everybody, you want Adventure Time, but I've got a feeling that if they do this, then those characters would actually be toned down quite a bit and would be more in the background, and that's the way they should be, because this is a journey for these characters. And you wouldn't want the story to get bogged down into fan service, into following characters that we already know about when we're supposed to be learning about new ones, when we're supposed to be going on these experiences, when we're supposed to be connecting with Pibby and her friends. You can have these Cartoon Network favorites and greats show up, but if they do, they should never be of any great importance. Now, what I do feel is that when we're learning about these characters and we're learning about interactions, we're learning about the concept of fiction and what it means to us, what it means to you. That should always be the focus of something like this. The idea of creations fighting for their own existence, fighting for meaning. That's where the strength of a story like this could really be shown. The idea of art defending itself. Now, if you like this and you like these thoughts and you want to yell back to me about any of this stuff, remember, just hit me in the comments. I always respond to everybody, and I'll be right here. So, this is Keckers, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.